So you've tried it all. You downloaded the money-saving apps, you clipped every coupon, you swore you'd finally stop buying that daily coffee. But when you look at your bank account, it's the same old story. You're left wondering, where did it all go? Saving money feels like a myth, a secret only the super rich are in on. Let's be real for a second. Most of the money-saving hacks you see online are just noise. They're like putting a bandage on a broken leg. They might feel like a fix for a moment, but they don't address the real reason you're not building wealth. They're amateur tactics for a professional's game. What if there was a better way? In this video, we're cutting through all that noise. I'm going to share 5 genuine, foolproof strategies that financial pros and the truly wealthy use to not just save money, but to build a rock-solid financial foundation. These are the strategies that actually create momentum and transform your financial life. So, if you're ready to stop messing with hacks and start saving money like a pro, you're in the right place. The Pro's Blueprint, Beyond Basic Budgeting. The first, and maybe the most important strategy, is to run your personal finances like a successful business. And what does every successful business have? A precise, no-nonsense financial plan? For us, that's called a budget. I know what you're thinking. Budgeting? Tried it. It's restrictive, it's boring, and it just doesn't work. That's the amateur way of thinking. The pro approach is totally different. We aren't talking about some vague spreadsheet you forget about after a week. We're talking about a powerful framework that forces you to be intentional with every single dollar. The 2 most effective systems the pros use are the 50-30-20 rule and zero-based budgeting. The 50-30-20 rule is beautifully simple. 50% of your after-tax income goes to needs, housing, utilities, transportation. 30% goes to wants, like entertainment, dining out, and hobbies. And the most important part, 20% goes directly into savings and paying down debt. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a rule that gives your financial life a clear, balanced structure. But if you want to get even more powerful, you use zero-based budgeting. The concept is simple, but it's a total game changer. Income minus expenses equals 0. At the beginning of every month, you give every single dollar a job. Some dollars go to rent, some to groceries, some to your car payment. But you also assign dollars to your savings goals, your investments, and your debt payoff plan. You are telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Why is this a pro strategy? Because it shifts your mindset from being a passive observer to the active CEO of your finances. Amateurs track their spending after it's gone. Professionals create a spending plan before the month even starts. This isn't about restriction, it's about being intentional. It's your financial blueprint. Without one, you're just guessing, and pros never ever guess with their money. The wealth multiplier. Automate your savings system. Our second strategy is where we start building real, effortless momentum. It's the closest thing to a set it and forget it machine for building wealth, automating your savings. This is the principle of paying yourself first, but executed with cold, hard precision. The problem most people have is they treat savings as an afterthought. They pay their bills, cover all their spending, and then just hope there's something left to save. And most of the time, there isn't. That's a recipe for financial stagnation. Pros flip this script entirely. They know that saving and investing is the single most important bill you have to pay each month. Here's how you do it like a pro. Set up automatic recurring transfers from your checking account to your savings and investment accounts. The key is to schedule these transfers for the day you get paid or the day after. That way, the money is gone before you even have a chance to miss it, let alone spend it. It takes willpower and temptation completely out of the equation. Think of it like this. You're creating a silent, invisible system that's constantly working to build your wealth in the background. Your only job is to design the system once and let it run. This system should automatically feed several different buckets. First, your emergency fund. Second, your retirement accounts, like a 401k or IRA. And third, Your specific savings goals, a down payment, a new car, or a vacation fund. Why is this so powerful? It leverages consistency and compound growth without you having to lift a finger. It makes saving your default behavior, not a chore. Amateurs rely on discipline every single payday. Professionals build a system that makes discipline irrelevant. They know that what gets automated gets done. You're not just saving money, you're building a wealth-generating machine that works for you 24/7. The financial detox. The strategic expense. Purge. Strategy. Number 3 is all about playing defense. Saving money doesn't mean a thing if your financial bucket is full of holes. This is where the pros get ruthless. I'm talking about a strategic purge of unnecessary expenses, focusing on the 2 silent killers of your budget: recurring subscriptions and impulse buys. The amateur feels a pang of guilt after a big online shopping spree. The pro systematically eliminates the chance for that spree to even happen. Let's start with subscriptions. It's so easy to sign up for services that slowly bleed your account dry. Streaming, gym memberships you don't use, software, monthly boxes, it all adds up. A pro performs a subscription audit at least twice a year. You need to go through your bank statements line by line and find every single recurring payment. For each one, ask yourself a brutally honest question. Have I used this in the last month, and does it bring me real value? If the answer is no, cancel it. Right then. No hesitation. For streaming services, pros use subscription hopping. They'll sign up for one service, binge what they want, cancel, and then move on to the next. It's an active way to manage costs instead of just passively letting them drain your bank account. Next, impulse spending. Online retailers have spent billions engineering their sites to be as frictionless as possible. One-click ordering, saved payment info. It's all designed to separate you from your money. The pro strategy? Introduce friction back into the process. Go into your Amazon, Target, and other shopping accounts and delete your saved credit card information. Remove your card from your phone's digital wallet. By forcing yourself to get up, find your wallet, and manually type in those 16 digits for every single purchase, you create a crucial pause. That pause is a moment of clarity. It gives the logical part of your brain a chance to catch up and ask, do I really need this? More often than not, the answer will be no. This isn't about deprivation. It's about making sure every purchase is a conscious choice, not a mindless reaction. By the way, if you're finding these strategies valuable and you're ready to take back control of your financial life, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. We're all about giving you the no-nonsense financial advice that actually works. The Value Maximizer. Strategic and AMP. Smart shopping. Strategy number 4 is where we switch from defense to smart offense. This is about changing your entire relationship with buying things. Amateurs buy what they want when they want it, and usually pay full price for the convenience. Professionals are strategic consumers. They know that when and how you buy is just as important as what you buy. This isn't about being cheap, it's about maximizing value. A core part of this strategy is planning your purchases. For any non-essential item, pros live by the 30-day rule. If you want something, you don't buy it. You put it on a list and wait 30 days. If, after a month, you still genuinely want it and it fits the budget, then you can consider it. You'll be shocked how often that initial emotional urge just disappears. For the things you actually need, timing is everything. Pros plan their shopping around sales cycles. Need new clothes? Wait for end-of-season sales. A new TV? You look for deals around the holidays. It takes a little patience, but the savings are huge. This is especially true for groceries. Meal prepping is a pro-grade habit. By planning your meals for the week, you create a precise shopping list that kills impulse buys at the store and slashes food waste. Pros also leverage technology. They use cashback apps and browser extensions that automatically find coupons. They use rewards credit cards for their normal spending, especially on big categories like gas or groceries, and then pay the balance in full every month. That cashback then gets transferred directly to a savings account, turning every dollar you spend into a tiny bit of savings. Finally, pros have zero ego about buying secondhand. For things like kids' toys, furniture, or even cars, buying gently used can save you 50 to 80% off the retail price. You're letting someone else pay for the depreciation. By combining planning, timing, and a value-first mindset, you stop being a passive consumer and become a strategic shopper who gets way more for less. The financial firewall, the non-negotiable emergency fund. The fifth and final strategy is your ultimate financial protection. It's what separates people who can weather a storm from those who get knocked over by it. I'm talking about building a rock-solid emergency fund. Pros don't see this as an optional savings goal. They see it as a non-negotiable requirement for financial security. An emergency fund is your personal financial firewall. It's a pool of cash, typically 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses, stashed in a separate high-yield savings account. This money has one job: to protect you from a financial crisis. A sudden job loss, a medical bill, an urgent car repair. Without this fund, these events throw you into high-interest debt and can derail your goals for years. Your emergency fund lets you handle these things without panic, keeping your long-term plan intact. Here's the pro approach. First, make funding it your absolute top priority, even before you start investing aggressively. Automate the transfer every payday, just like any other savings goal. Even if you start small, the key is to start now and be consistent. Aim for a starter fund of $1,000 and then build from there. Second, where you keep this money is critical. It must be easy to access, but not too easy. This means it should not be in your main checking account. Keep it in a separate, high-yield savings account. This does two things. It keeps the money out of sight and out of mind, so you're not tempted to use it for non-emergencies, and it allows your money to actually grow a little. Thinking like a pro means reframing what this fund is. It's not just an emergency fund, it's your peace of mind fund. It's the money that lets you sleep at night. It's the cushion that gives you the freedom to take smart risks in your career or with your investments, because you know you have a safety net. It is the single most powerful tool for breaking the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. So there you have it, 5 genuine strategies to save money like a pro. Let's do a quick recap. First, we create a pro-level financial plan with a structured budget like the 50-30-20 rule or zero-based budgeting. Second, we build an automated wealth machine that pays our future selves first. Third, we do a strategic expense purge, killing subscription creep and impulse buys. Fourth, we become value maximizers by shopping smarter, not harder. And fifth, we build our financial firewall with a non-negotiable emergency fund. See the pattern? None of these are hacks. They're foundational shifts in how you handle your money. They're about building systems, changing habits, and going from a reactive to a proactive financial life. This is the difference between hoping you'll have enough money and knowing you will. The path to financial strength isn't a magic trick. It's about applying the right principles, consistently. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 strategies are you going to implement first? Let me know down in the comments. Sharing your goal is the first step to making it happen. And if this video helped you see your finances in a new light, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more content that cuts through the noise. Thanks for watching, and let's start building real wealth together.